According to Bankrate.com, 57% of U.S. adults are uncomfortable with the amount of emergency savings they currently have. With this alarming statistics, I am joined by Colin Evans from Evans Financial Group, giving us 5 key tips to ensure we are preparing for whatever life throws our way. Well, Colin, thanks for being here today. With this alarming stat, talk to us about starting small and increasing gradually, and any other tips that you can give us right now about our emergency funds.
Absolutely. And you can pretty much talk to almost any financial professional across the boards, and they are pretty much going to be all in agreements with, a minimum of 3 to 6 months of your expenses. You got to factor these house notes, car notes, what are our monthly bills and things like that that we have to put into play just in case these unexpected things occur. And what we try to help people avoid is tapping into, those credit cards and things like that that could put us into those emergency binds. So we want to start small and, just, a little bit each week. Get it out of that paycheck. Just put a little bit to the side until you kind of get comfortable and you get used to that. And once you start used to that, then you can really start putting things onto automation. And I'm a big proponent of that. It's like as soon as I get 2 of my paychecks a month, it's like I'm putting these over to the side because I want them out of sight, out of mind. We've talked about that one quite a bit before. And then we look at some of the things that we can do that are out there and cutting those unnecessary expenses. I know there's a couple of apps, and throughout time we can actually sign up for things that we don't pay attention to, or we might not realize this is $9.99 a year for maybe an app that we bought on our phone, or we're looking at our Starbucks we might get once a week, and there's things that we're going, gosh, all these little bitty things that they can kind of add up just a little bit. I was a big proponent. I love to work out, and I love those healthy nutrition stores. But it kind of snuck up on me going, man, these things are like $8 and $9 a pop every time I go in here when I could make a shake at the house for 2. Or 3, and so
convenience. The price that
it's convenience though to go and get it when this was actually right across from the gym for me to just walk over there. But then again, I go, well, dang, if I'm saving, making it for $2, and I can save $5 or $6 every time.
Same with coffee, though, too, right, Colin?
It
feel
is.
Like you can just do it yourself, too, but you're like, well, does it taste a little bit better when somebody else is making it, right? But they add up. They add up.
I want that little leaf design in my coffee cup, or that latte that I want to get, because I do like those from time to time, and they taste way better. They taste way better. Another really, really good one and a big one is using a windfall wisely. And what we mean by that is, especially right now as we're coming into that tax return time. And we've talked once before with Alexandra, it's like, hey, we're looking at that tax return time. That might not be money that's expected. We could put a portion of that aside, and or maybe even rid some of that credit card debt that we might have accumulated, especially from the holidays. But that could be something because it's out of sight, out of mind, and that's typically not expected in our, a weekly check or 2 times a month, and that's a place to look. And finally, we want to finish that up. It's like set a target, set a little bit of a target goal that's attainable. Don't say, in 6 months I'm going to have $25,000. That might not be realistic for most people. 6 months, let's look at what's it going to take to put $500 or $250 and just start small. And this is, again, we've said before, this is eating the elephant. It's one small bite at a time, and don't lose focus on your end goal. While it seems difficult sometimes to see that, those little bitty steps help push you there.
That's right, Colin. And we've talked about this time and time again about starting small and what that does to us mentally, emotionally, financially. Just starting small. You don't have to just put yourself to a dollar amount. Just start it. Just don't wait for next month. Don't wait for for the summertime, for the springtime, after graduation, after the wedding. All of these things, just start slow and start it now.
It is, because we actually are. I think it's human nature. We're kind of, hey, I'll start after the holidays. It's hey, I'm going to start working out like at the beginning of the new year because it's new year, new me, and then we don't, or we delay it, or we defer it, and something else comes up.
Something else happens.
Those things in life are going to happen, and as soon as we do it, and we're kind of used to this already coming out and putting aside for our savings, we're already used to that, and we're prepared for those expenses.
So true. So true. Well, thank you so much, Colin, for being here today, for roughing up those roads and getting in here to talk to us about finances, emergencies, and how we can start those and why we should. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.